Page 73. Weaving, a tapestry of diatonic chords. So now, let's look at measures 1 and 2. First of all, I'll play through them with a count. Follow it with your eye, especially for the fretting hand fingerings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, let me break that down a little bit. So you begin measure 1 at the open 5th string, have your index finger ready at 1st string 4th fret. Shift up to 10 and 9. Here's the ouchie. Pinky comes over to the 5th string 12th fret. Now, right after that, your index finger has to shift up 1 fret to 10. Pinky reaches for 14. Pinky comes back to 12. Those last 4 notes of measure 2 are off of an F-shaped D chord. 12, 10, 11 on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings. And at the end of the measure, you open up the 1st string to give you time to get to the 5th fret of the 2nd string in measure 3. So let me play measures 1 and 2 one more time for you to play along with, if you like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There's the first note of measure 3. Watch out for other spots on the 2nd line where the pinky or thumb do some more fretting on the 5th string. I'll play the 2nd line through slowly and watch for those pinky or thumbs fretting the 5th string. 2nd line from measure 5 with a 4-beat count off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, looking at measure 12, the 4th measure of the B part, you may find measure 12 to be a bit awkward at first. After the open 2nd string, you have to clamp down on a bar B minor chord for the rest of the measure. That bar B minor chord is barring the 7th fret on 3 strings, adding your pinky on the 1st string 9th fret. Fortunately, you have a little bit of time to add that pinky if all you can get to is the bar after the 2nd string open. So let me play measure 12 with a count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now take a look at the last measure. There's some musical terminology involved there. So the first time through the B part, you just play right through that final measure, measure 16. Then you make your way back to the B part. But the second time through, you stop at the fermata, or as people like to refer to that as the bird's eye. And that's marked fine, pronounced fine, which means end the piece here, rather than you play those final two notes. So on the final time through the B part, you just merely play from the first note of measure 16, stopping on the fifth note. So now you know some musical terminology. The fermata means hold the note out for an indefinite time, and you end and hold on the fermata second time through the B part, as I just said. I'm just reading from the book now, not being very creative, am I? And the fine, pronounced fine, is the final ending of the song. So keep that in mind when we go to the playthrough on the next track.